The purpose of this video is to capture, or capture evidence to show the unreliability of the Prime Mover plugin, as well as some of the issues apparent with the SiteGround hosting as well. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to basically create a case to show SiteGround as an unreliable host. SiteGround has done quite well for me. But at the same time, there are some deficiencies in the hosting as well. And the other fact is, like, I used to love Prime Mover. I have a video about Prime Mover, how I'm using it to migrate from SiteGround to AWS LightSail. However, after running to this issue, I can no longer support or advocate for anyone out there to use SiteGround or Prime Mover. You can use other plugins. Nevertheless, let's get started. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you the site that we'll be working on. It's going to be our main website, and this is how I kind of landed on this issue. Let me bring it up. So again, if you are unfamiliar with our site, this is just a one-page site, and it is what it is, right? And then let's go back here, and what I'm going to do, again, just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go to install plugins, and I want you to quickly take a look at it and see, I have 31 plugins altogether. 6 are active, inactives are 25. Okay. Other than that, I have quite a few plugins, and we're gonna clean it up. And we're just still in a test mode. There is not really any traffic on the website yet. We are just getting ready to test some stuff and make sure our site's healthy and everything is hunky-dory before we go and start doing things. So anyway, here is the Prime Mover plugin. I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to go to migration tools. Okay, and I'm going to click on export, and I'm going to say export to single site format. While that's running, let's quickly go in and let's create a new sub website. Again, yes, I can create staging, but I want to actually show you the unreliability of the Prime Mover plugins and other issues that are going to come up. So what I've already done is I've created a subdomain called lp.silvercut.com. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and create the admin username and password. This is where I'm going to pause. Let me put that in, and then I'll be right back. Very quickly, this is all the information I have. I have the username, I have the password, I have installed all these things, and I'm going to click on install. Give me 1 sec. Click install, it's installing, and what I will do again is I'm going to go ahead and pause, and just so that from time to time I'm going to pause, just so that the video doesn't become a super long video, and only unpause when there are information that needs to be shared. In the meantime, I come here and I see their site has already been exported. So I go into the package manager, and I want to say, here it is. Now it's September 21, that's today, and it's showing us 11:24 p.m. However, I'm recording this video at September 21st at 9:12 a.m. and I'm here in the East Coast. Why this shows up as 11:24 p.m. I do not know. Probably something on the server that's messed up. How I probably didn't set up the server time properly. Maybe that's a UTC time. Nevertheless, it is what it is. I wish it would show me the zone I'm in, which is East Coast, United States. And that would really make easier for me to kind of figure out what it is. The other thing I'm going to do is, since this site is already here, I'm going to go ahead and click on download package, and it's going to ask me to save. So I'm going to go ahead and download this while the other site is getting ready. So I'll be right back. I have downloaded the file onto my desktop, and the other thing I'm going to do is, I think this is a wish list, is I wish this Prime Mover would actually have a column that would say a checksum. That would have a checksum column. That would be really good, especially some of the stuff I wouldn't need. So that would be good if it would have a checksum column or a way to figure out what the checksum column is. The other thing would probably be, and there's a package name, and for me as a user to be able to add annotations or like a description of what this package is all about or why I did this. Some descriptions or comment section would be nice. Anyway, it's a feature request. Hopefully they're gonna see it. Prime Mover people are gonna see it and they're gonna be like, yeah, we should have worked on that. Anyway, lp.silvercard.com is ready. So let's log into their to that admin dashboard. As you can see, it's a pretty blank website. There's nothing else. So the first thing I want to do is obviously I want to migrate using Prime Mover. So I'm going to go ahead and add Prime Mover. And you already know this. You probably don't need to see this, but anyway, I'm going to click on install now. It's installed and I'm going to activate. And every time I do that at SiteGround, it does that. So that's fine. I'm going to go back in and log in again. And let's go to install plugins. And yep, Prime Mover, I believe. Oh no, it's not. It's going to skip. And there you go. Voila. So now I'm going to go to migration tools. And I'm going to go to restore. So when I click on this, it's going to pop up my file. What is it called? My file manager, and it's going to show all the files. So I'm going to just go ahead and pause it right now while I go ahead and select the file that I want to upload. Be right back. So I've gone ahead and selected the file. As you can see, this is the name of the file that I'm trying to upload, which is the same name over here. Just want to make sure, show it to you that it is the same name. And I'm going to click on yes, and it's going to start to import. So I'm going to pause again the video for a couple of minutes, and I will unpause it as I get closer to the finish line. Be right back. Okay, so the package uploaded and now it's extracting. It's going through a package extraction process. So let's go ahead and let's see what happens then. Okay, Prime Mover says the site has been fully migrated over. Let's take a look, and I will let it refresh. So when I go to the site, lp.silvercard.com is almost the same look and feel, which is great, which is what we want. And then let's go into our plugins tab and see how this one has 9 plugins, 7 active, 2 inactive. And we go here, and where is plugins? And say 31 active, 7 active, inactive 24. So somehow this is 9 and this is 31. Okay. Now you could say, Sujit, yeah, why does it matter? These are inactive plugins. All the active plugins are there. So let's roll with it. That is true. Now, after I see this inconsistency, obviously it begs the question, what else could be missing, right? Especially, and this is a pretty easy, small site with 1 page, and we're still getting started, things like that. Now, imagine if you have a site, a production site, you're moving from one host to another, and you see some inconsistency, and now you do not know with thousands of pages what's missing, right? Could you be missing a key database? Could you be missing, not a key database, a table in a key database? Could you be missing pages that are bringing you money? Do you really want to take chances? Because a backup and restore solution has to be perfect every time. And that's just the rule of thumb. So for whatever reason, something went wrong, whether it's the package that's incorrect or whatnot, But let's figure it out. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's try to restore it a different way, and we will see what's happening. Because now we know there's an inconsistency, because this one has, the original site has 31 plugins altogether, 7 active, 24 inactive, and all the numbers here, and you see all the numbers here. Okay, cool. So the next thing I want to do is just to test the water a little bit more. I want to go back to Prime Mover, and I want to go to packages. Now I know what Prime Mover does is Prime Mover drops and keeps all the packages in this location, right? That's the location it's storing it. And because it's on SiteGround, what I've already done is I've already turned on SSH access. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my terminal window here that's in front of me, and I've already configured it. So I'm going to SSH into SiteGround. Okay, now I'm already in SiteGround, and the next thing I want to do is I want to go to that location, which is /home customer. Actually, /home customer doesn't exist. I think that's a reference that actually goes to U349. Oh, that's where it is. I am already, so I should go to cd www.silvercord.com public html wp content uploads and Prime Mover export files and 1. And if I do ls-ltr, voila, that's the file we just created some time ago, right? It's showing here at 13:11. Over here it's actually 1:11 p.m. I do not know what, I think I misread earlier. Yeah, it's PM. Yeah, okay, PM. I'm confusing AM, PM. But anyway, so that's the file, right? Again, just to be double sure, what I'm going to do is copy, and I'm going to do ls-l, and I'm going to paste the name of the file, and here you go. That's the file. Okay. So we know it's residing on that location now. If I go to that here on the landing, the temporary website that I created, and I go to Prime Mover packages, I also know that there are no packages here. So what I can actually do is I can manually copy the package, this package from this location, okay, into this location, and I'm gonna do that. So let's do the source destination into, that's the destination. Again, look at the path, it's lp.silvercord.com, and I'm picking it up from here. Okay, and I put a dot. There you go. So let's go into that location in, it's there, it's been copied over, right? Again, pwd, let's cd into that location just to show you. pwd, as you can see, it's, I'm here lp.silver.com. So if I go ahead and refresh packages, there you go, it showed up here. Again, make sure that I'm in lp.silvercord.com and I'm in this location. Now, the other thing I want to do now is, let's go to packages, Prime Mover, sorry. Go to migration tools, and let's just say import package. So basically I'm trying to re-import the same site that's but I don't want to do it from there. Sorry. I want to go to Package Manager, and I'm going to click on Restore Package. Okay. Remember, what we're trying to do is we have manually from the SSH, from the back end SSH screen, we have copied the package, this package that we created a few minutes ago from this location, and we copied over manually into this location, and we're going to try to restore and see if the results are different or not. I'm going to pause while it does the restore. Almost there. It's finalizing restore. Okay, it's there. So now let's go into Package Manager. Oh, sorry, not Package Manager. Let's go into the site. Of course, it's the same site because we never had an issue with the same size. We want to go into plugins, and we're going to look at install plugins. You still see it's 9 plugins, active 7, inactive 2 updates, whereas here I'm going to refresh just so that you don't think I'm caching or something like that. I'm going to go to install plugins. You see 31 and 9. Okay, so there it is. So now for some reason, even though we copied this over manually in the back end and we try to restore it, it's the same. The package has this thing. Now the next step we're going to do is I'm going to spin up an environment in AWS LightSail and upload this package and see what happens. So I'm going to pause the video a little bit so that while I log in, and I'll be right back. Folks, I'm back here at AWS LightSail instance. It doesn't really matter where I'm going to go ahead and create my stuff, but I would guess I will take Virginia, and I will keep availability zone as, let's just do C for anyway, for playing purpose. Anyway, we are playing, right? And then it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna get rid of this instance shortly after this video is recorded. Okay, and then create installs. I already have the SSH key pairs. I'm using the default ones, and there we go. It's starting up. Let's wait, and I'll be right back. Okay, the instance is up and running. So let's log in to the SSH from here. It just started. We need to wait a few more seconds or a couple of more minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, let's try now, and hopefully the instance is up. So now if this is your first time using AWS LightSail, you want to know is that because it's a LightSail instance using Bitnami images, usually there is a file called Bitnami credentials. That has the username and password in that, and I'm going to cat, which is similar to doing the more command in bash shell, and it's going to give me the username and password. Now, yeah, you could say you're showing me the username and password. Just as I said, I'm going to destroy this image after this video has been finished recording. And number 2 is that this username and password changes every time. But I need this to log into the what console is that? The WP admin console. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this string. Okay, and I'm going to move this to the other monitor, and then I'm going to go and remember this IP address. This is the IP address I need to go. Actually, let's just copy this IP address first, and then I'll be actually, you know what? Let me hang on. Here, that's the, if I open it up in a different window and then brought it over. So that's the IP address 52.90.82.3. Yes, and I'm gonna log into WP admin. And now you could also say, Sajid, hang on a second, this is not secure, it's HTTP. What if someone gets the username and password? Again, like I said, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this instance right after this video has been finished recording, so it doesn't really matter. If someone wants to play around with this password or try to log in, by all means. I think the IP address is gonna change just because it's a public IP and Amazon is gonna rotate the IP, the instance is gonna go away, so it really doesn't matter. But anyway, logging in, and that's the password we copied over, and here we go. Cool. So we are logged in, and let's go into plugins. And these are all the default plugins that an Amazon AWS LightSail Bitnami instance comes with. We don't really care. What we want to do is we want to add what is it called, Prime Mover. It's installing. One thing with Amazon AWS LightSail instance is super fast. How long it takes to load a plugin and just bring it in. I mean, as you can see, it was pretty super fast compared to what it was with SiteGround. Anyway, I want to go to migration tools, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to import the package. I'll pause it while I select the package, and I'll be right back. I selected the package, folks. Here it is. That's the name of the package. Again, just to demonstrate that I am picking the same package and uploading the same package, I want to show you it's Control F V. That's the package name. It's on this main site. And then let's go to packages, and it's this one, and it's this one. Right, we copied over. So click on say yes, and it's going to import from my local machine the package into the AWS LightSail instance. I'll be right back while it uploads. Folks, the package has been imported into the AWS LightSail instance. So let's click on it, and let's first go to the page. Okay. It looks exactly the same, not the URL, or in this case the IP address, which is the same as the main site, which is here, and the temporary subdomain site here on SiteGround as well. So they all look the same. Let's quickly go and to the dashboard, and here. Okay, let's go to the dashboard. And let's go to plugins. So, and let's go to the plugins here. This one has 9. It's the landing page, the temporary subdomain lp.silvercard.com. Here's the URL. And he said this one has 9, 7 active, 2 inactive. Now the main one, the host site, has 31, 7, 24, and the LightSail one has 16, 7, 9. So seems like the package does have some of the inactive plugins or missing plugins, because somehow the same package, when uploaded in AWS LightSail, shows me a total of 16 plugins. The main site, from where we downloaded the package, created the package, downloaded it, has 31, and the SiteGround, the subdomain, has 9. So obviously something is wrong. I do not know what it is. It's beyond my how do I say, beyond, I mean, I can obviously figure it out if I really go through and, analyze the code, or look through the code and find out how it's doing and analyze the package and things like that. However, I think it's way beyond the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to showcase that Prime Mover plugin is a little bit unreliable. It may have inconsistent results. Now, for you to who's using it for a daily backup solution, I'm not sure if you really want to use this or not. So the other thing I want to do, again, I'm going to stop this video now, and in the next part of the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the all-in-one WP migration tool to migrate it over and see what happens. So stay tuned. Well, let me stop the video right here, because or else this is going to become a super long video. And then if you really want to see what happens when you use the all-in-one WP migration, we can take it out and go from there. Okay, be right back.